It's worked in Japan, it's worked in Korea. You did the deal with Europe, you did the deal with the UK. What's sort of out there that's still there? I think India's kind of still out there, although it seems like they are capitulating a little bit. I saw that they just bought a lot of liquefied petroleum gas from the United States in November. What are the big sort of hot button places that you want to...
I'll tell you a story about India. So if you remember, so I did the first deal, the UK deal. And we told the UK that they had to get it done by 2 Fridays from now. That was the date. That the train was going to leave the station by 2 Fridays, because I have a lot of other countries doing things, and if someone else is first, they're first. And President Trump does deals like a staircase. First stair gets the best deal. You can't get the best deal after the first guy went. Everyone says, I want the UK deal. I want the UK deal. The answer is no, they were first. They took the chance. They moved quickest. They're first. Second, up a stair.
So that sets the floor.
Right. And then the next one's got to be higher. And then the next one higher. And then the next one higher. The next one higher. So he does things that way, because that way it incents you to come
quickly
to the table.
Right.
Right? You could have 3 countries who are the second deal. They all get done at the same time.
Right.
But if you want to wait and see how it goes, that's at your risk. So he does the UK deal, and they had to get it done by Friday. And Thursday afternoon, Keir Starmer's on the phone, the president. They do their deal Wednesday night, and on Thursday we have a press conference and we announce it. Okay. So everybody asked the president, who do you think is next? And if you look back at the time, he talks about a variety of countries, but he names India a couple of times publicly. It's not like a big secret. And we were talking India, and we told India you had 3 Fridays.
You put them on a shot clock.
Well, they have to get it done, because what happens is I have lots of other countries, and when those other countries do their deal,
the staircase goes up.
And now the president, during all these deals, he would refer to me as the greatest table setter who ever lived. Okay, because you've never had anybody who is as successful as me as a businessman before, who's just the table setter. That's basically, so, because what I would do is I would negotiate the contracts and set the whole deal up. But let's be clear, it's his deal.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the closer. He does the deal. So I said, you got to have Modi. It's all set up. You have to have Modi call the president. And they were uncomfortable doing it. So Modi didn't call.
Wow.
So that Friday left. The middle of the next week, we did Indonesia, the Philippines, right? Vietnam. We announced a whole bunch of deals.
Malaysia in that period.
So we did these whole bunch of deals. So that's like
that staircase.
And and because we negotiated them and assumed India was going to be done before them, I had negotiated them at a higher rate. So now the problem is the deals came out at a higher rate.
Right.
And then India calls back and says, oh, okay, we're ready. I said, ready for what? It was like 3 weeks later. I go, are you ready for the train that left the station 3 weeks ago? So what happened is they just, sometimes there's that seesaw and people are on just the wrong side of the seesaw. And it was just, they couldn't get it done when they needed to. And then they couldn't get it done. And then they couldn't get it done. And then they couldn't get it done. And so what happened is all these other countries kept doing deals. And they're just further in the back of the line. And now when they say, but what I want is I want the deal in between the UK and Vietnam,
right,
because that's what I negotiated.
Right.
And they remember. And I remember. And they say, but you agreed. And I said, then. Not now, then. And so that's the problem. India will work it out.